All right, guys, this is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and we are here with another Raid Shadow Legends Uncommons Only Champion Spotlight. Today we're going to be looking at Commander. She is a Bannerlord's hero who can do healing and actually increase turn meter. So she's a little bit kind of garbage, but also kind of good. She actually has some really good skills if used in the Uncommon Only run. So let's see what she's all about and check out her skills. So she only has two skills, obviously. She basically attacks one enemy, has a 15% chance of placing a stun debuff for one turn, basically kind of like Hungerer, you have an extra stun in your team. It's just another chance to incapacitate somebody. It's not going to be very consistent, but it will at least stop somebody from attacking once in a while and may actually even come in clutch. And then this is her interesting skill, which is the only other skill she has. She heals the ally with the lowest HP by 40% of this champion's HP, completely fills the target's turn meter if the ally's HP is fully healed, and this champion's turn meter cannot be filled by the skill. So little thing to know about this. So essentially, if she's the first person to go, she's going to automatically heal someone. So even if you have her the fastest on the team, she is going to heal someone on the first turn. She's not going to attack, all right? So she doesn't wait until somebody needs HP. She's just going to use it. So essentially, if you have it on auto, you're going to lose that first heal to basically get a turn meter boost. But if she's faster than everyone on the team, she's going to go first and give them turn meter boost, which I guess could be good in the arena, but honestly is a little bit weird in campaigns and in dungeons because you're just wasting a turn because whoever is going next is going to get a turn regardless. This is better used for after the first round because then you can jump in. So you know what? You could mess with her speed. You would think you would want her to be the fastest one on the team, and honestly, it's probably the best option in the long term. But I've noticed that it's kind of a waste, and essentially wastes 3 turns because that's it's on a 3 turn cooldown. So you're basically wasting 3 turns when you put her on auto. So just know that that first round is going to be a waste. All right, well let's take a look at what we did with her. So essentially, what we did was is we put her in the curing set. Now you can change this up. You could put her in all speed. You could do a couple of different things. But the reason we did it is because we want that bonus heal. We want her to always be able to give that turn meter boost. That's the whole thing. So if she has a 20% increase in heal, then you know what? Maybe she can get that person topped off and they can get that turn meter boost. All right. And we also put her in speed. So we gave her a little bit more speed. She's actually really reasonably fast for this account. We put her in a crit rate glove. I mean, you don't need it, but it's just what we did. You could probably just switch that out to like a defensive piece, and that would make it her stay alive a little bit longer or give her HP. Pretty much anything would be good. Uh, we have HP on her chest. We have speed on her boots. And then we just went defense, HP, and accuracy. And this is honestly because it's just what we had. We don't need the accuracy, but you could use it for the stun. So, hey, it's fine. You could once again put more HP on her because this is what this is based on. All right. With the lowest HP by 40% of this champion's HP. So, if you really want big heals, you may want to consider switching out her banner to HP, and you may want to consider switching out her crit rate and just sacrificing her attack and giving her more HP. And the other thing is with the masteries, we did a little bit of a switch around. We put her in War Master because we wanted her to kind of do some damage in Clan Boss, and we figured it would be a nice option to have an extra healer in there. So we did do the HP support, so we gave her a little bit more HP and increased to her heals based on, if they're incapacitated, if they get a debuff, something like that. And we also gave her speed for every dead ally, just because when you get down to the bottom and the nitty gritty of the team for like a clan boss run, yeah, then it's worth it because her speed's going to get a lot faster as people start popping off and dying. All right, but yeah, we went down to War Master, but you could conceivably give her all support all the way down to 3,000 HP to get her even more HP. And then possibly put her in a defensive stance. That's a possibility too. It just depends on where you're going to use her. If you're going to use her more in campaigns and dungeons and things like that, then maybe it is worth it to put her in tough skin and just make her super fast so that she can constantly heal and give turn meter. So that could be an option. But for right now, we're using her in Clan Boss, which is why we went down the offensive route. All right, let's take a look at her total stats right now. Oop, there you go. Total stats. So we have her with 37,000 HP. We've got 1,683 attack, 1,484 defense. This is why I was saying you might want to switch it out because then you can get her defense up to 2,000. That would probably be optimal later on. Speed is 192. We've got crit rate at 70%, 85% crit damage, 83 resistance, and 157 accuracy. Remember, this is still the early game. We're just kind of leveling heroes and doing things. So, yeah, she's not going to be super, super boosted. We don't have a lot of stuff from the Great Hall or anything like that. So, let's see what she's good at and what she does. Oop, no, close this. All right, let's go into Arena. Like I said, I don't have her built for Arena, but hey, you never know. So we're gonna go in and just looks this guy's got they got the new guy. So let's just say this is actually the team. So let's just say we take him out. Actually, we're gonna have to we're gonna do it anyway. So we're gonna bring her in. We're not gonna do these on auto because I don't want to waste it. So we're just gonna continue. Now, normally I have Hunger in here. He's like my support hero. But you know what? This could work because basically she's the fastest one on my team. So it could work in the sense, say she goes first. So see how like their speed is pretty fast. So if like you want to take somebody out or you want to hit them all with an AoE, what you could do is see how her turn meter is pretty high. So we probably don't want to do that unless you're against a team that's really fast and you definitely want to try and win. You could take this heal, but she's going to do it on anybody. She's not going to choose. See, she's going to choose. This is the downside. So you're going to have to just click it. She uses it, and there you go. She used it on him, which is the worst person you could have used it on. But now you can come in and kind of AoE everyone down. His turn meter, and I mean, it works for Saurus just because he is a little bit slow. He has terrible stats in the beginning. He has like an 83 speed, I believe. But yeah, you can use her to increase the turn meter of someone like him, maybe, to get those extra 3 turns in so that maybe you can win. So now, how about this? We'll just auto this one. Actually, yeah, we'll auto it. They're not going to use their AoEs in here, which is going to be what makes the arena not work as well for this. Say they're going to go for single target damage, which is the worst thing you could do in the arena. It's kind of funny that's their target. Watch how much different this fight goes when we do it not the way that we just happened. All right, that, she can heal. Her stun never goes off, almost never. Oh, you want to kill my sniper? She actually hits not terribly. There you go. So the game is basically thinking that, boosting turn meter is the best thing to do on the first round. And they never use their AoEs, like unless there's a bunch of heroes that are completely done. That's why in the arena we actually use an AI where we set them to do their AoEs first. Let's go in and do one more here, but this time we're not gonna do an auto on that. So just so you can kind of see that she does work. All right, so we're gonna click her. So she's going to boost probably Sora. So it's always going to be the same hero in the arena. All right. But there you go. At least he's fast enough now where we can get some hits in. This team was pretty fast. But luckily that AoE is not going to matter. Boom. Smack him down. Hopefully we get a heal resistance. We did. Smack him. Smack him. All right. So now we only have to contend with one enemy. Luckily, it's not that big of a thing. But the shield from Hunger is a much better option. So if I had to choose someone to bring in here, I probably wouldn't bring her in here, but it's not a terrible option for your uncommon run. For any other run, obviously, it's a waste. I mean, most people aren't even going to have a level 60 commander. So, yeah, that's not going to be something I would say, oh, yeah, if you're playing normally, build a commander. But you never know. She could be useful in the city. You never know when a Bannerlord's healer is needed and you just don't have anyone. So it could be an option for you. Now, basically what we did is we switched these people around. We did a full walkthrough on Clan Boss, all right? And we were into normal. We're going to go into hard mode right now. Now, we normally do we have an extra key here? We'll just do this. We'll do a normal mode run. So battle. All right, so now this is the team we use. We've got Hungerer. We've got my 2 girls. Saurus basically sucks. He just dies because he's an AoE damage dealer. And then we've got a Poisoner. All right, so that's basically what we did. Now, the only ones, everybody here has, I believe, except for Hungerer and him, everyone here has War Master. So let's do a quick battle here real quick just to see what we get. So this is normal. All right. Now, Commander is going to be one of the heroes that essentially just helps keep everyone alive, but she has War Master. So look at this, 829,000. So now this is a team that has 2 heroes on the team that do not have War Master. So if you were able to get 2 heroes on here, you'd be pushing probably about, I don't mean, especially with Outlaw Monk going super fast. Yeah, you could probably get this up to like at least 12 or 13 million. Easy, like easy, easy, easy. Let's close this. We're going to go into actual hard mode though, because that's the one I want you to see because we'll die quicker. I didn't want this to be a 20-minute video of Clan Boss. So we're not going to do start on auto. Actually, no, we are going to start on. I was thinking quick battle. So here we go. We're going into hard mode just to see kind of how she functions in here. We're going to leave it on auto. Say she's going to do a quick heal so that she gets turn meters. It's a waste. So you're going to waste that first turn meter. Luckily, in the beginning of Clan Boss, it does not matter because essentially you're going to be getting It's a long fight. You know what I mean? It's a long fight, and he doesn't do any damage in the first few rounds. He essentially does like 1,000 damage at best, probably on his hits. So you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Now, if you can make her super fast in the situation, basically you would have somebody who can do 3,000 damage. Sorry, I forgot this is hard mode. So you can still take the few hits until she's ready to give her heal back. Now, she's kind of clutch, so she'll come in when somebody gets smacked. So hopefully she can keep my boy over there alive, Mr. Outlaw Monk, because he's level 50, so he's not going to be able to take as many hits. Luckily, they're targeting my girl, which is actually better because she has life steal. So everybody here can heal. All right, so we've got life steal on sniper, we've got life steal on archer, we've got a regen a little bit on Mr. Hungerer, and I think we have life steal on. I believe we have life steal on him too. I guess we'll find out. We had switched him out. I think we had life steal because it was. I was like, yeah, we kind of need to keep him alive. Maybe we don't. I honestly don't remember. Either way, we're gonna eventually put him in lifesteal. Yeah, he does have lifesteal. See, so everyone's able to heal themselves, which is nice. So you can keep everyone alive, and then she'll come in and kind of boost them up and give them their extra turn, which is nice. And then we have a shield from Hungerer. So yeah, she could be used on a team like this. This is not something that you can't work around. So if you are trying to do an uncommon run, there's plenty of other heroes you could use in here. By the way, like there's a couple that I would consider. Um, what is it? Temple Steward is the other one that we had in here because he can extend debuffs. So you can kind of keep the debuffs going with poison because poison honestly is the number one way to kind of get wins. But if we had a War Master in here, then yeah, it doesn't matter. You got counterattacks. These two, sniper and archer, are just going to constantly be doing 58k damage, 58k damage, just every turn that they get the extra turns because they're getting like 2 or 3 turns of run. Let's count. Let's see how many they get in hard mode because like they're not even that fast. All right, so here we go. One attack. She got stunned, so that's fine. There we go. War Master there. One. That's one hit from her. They get an extra turn. One. Okay, so she got 2 turns technically, but she got stunned. So there we go. One, two. All right, so Sniper and Archer both got attack. Sniper got a second attack. Archer got a second attack. Is she gonna get another one? Yep, she got another one. So she got 3 turns. Sniper. Remember, and my team's not that fast. We're talking like maybe 180 to 200 speed tops. So if you were to be able to get them up to like 250, 300, yeah, you're getting 3, possibly 4 turns with Archer and Sniper and Clan Boss. And then you've got your commander basically coming in to heal them and give them more turn meter to kind of boost them even further. So it's possible that in a round you could get like 4 or 5 runs out of each one. It's crazy how fast you can get them to do stuff. It sucks because she can heal herself, but she can't give herself turn meter. I think that's what it was. So you can't boost her turn meter with the heal, but she will heal herself, I believe. Oh, nice. And we get extra turns from my boy, Mr. Clan Boy, Outlaw Monk. Um, so yeah, once he gets built up fast, he's gonna be really good. But yeah, we're already getting to that point. Remember, we're on hard mode, so this is like this. We haven't beaten hard mode yet in one turn to be able to quick battle it yet. So that's what we're trying to do. Yeah, she should quick kill herself. Hopefully he kills him back up. And maybe we get a shield before we get hit. We are not. So boom, there he goes. He's the only one that's not level 60, so I'm not worried about it. And like I said, you can add defense and stuff to this team. There's plenty of ways. These guys aren't technically built specifically for clan boss. They're kind of all rounders at this point. Once you start getting more level 60s, you can start building heroes specifically for clan boss. But we kind of have her built almost specifically for PvE content rather than this kind of thing. Otherwise, we would switch her over into the clan boss setup where we put her in defense and we do straight War Master, and that would be it. We wouldn't even focus on HP if that was the case. We would just try to get her a lot of HP from like her gear, probably, if I had to guess. So that's like a future build for Commander. It's funny that Hungerer died first. He's like the most defensive one. So this is hard mode, guys, and we're still kicking and screaming here. See, that was a bad timing for that heal because she healed herself. But at the same time, these guys can kind of heal themselves up anyway, so it doesn't really matter so much. This is why lifesteal is so good for clan boss guys. Bam, they're all dead. So there you go. Hard mode with a bunch of uncommon randoms. All right, you got 2.4 million from sniper and from archer, and that's actually low. I usually see sniper go higher. So you got another 900 for commander alone, and that's a healer. Remember, that's a healer doing 900,000, and then you got hungerer doing 763, and outlaw monk down at 1.2, but that's going to skyrocket once we get him to level 60. So yeah, she's definitely not bad in clan boss. You could easily use this team to kind of push your way through. She's obviously not going to be using hydra. That's not something we're planning on doing. Otherwise, really, there's nothing specific that I would say she'd be good for. Like, oh my God, she's going to be great in this fight. Um, she's just a healer that you can bring into fights. So if you're going to go into like whatever into here, you could bring her in instead of a poisoner. Like I would bring in what's his name, Outlaw Monk, but there's probably no reason to because we have a full level 60 team, right? So we might as well just bring them in. It's going to work a little bit better. It's going to stop anyone from dying, which is going to make the fight go quicker. Most of the times you're going to see, especially in an uncommon only run, you're going to see that death is like the worst thing in this game because you got no revivers. So you got to come up with ways to constantly keep your team shielded, healed, and alive. And that's it. There's really no one that's going to come back and be like, you know what, I'm going to revive you. Yeah, that's not going to happen in here. So having someone like Commander in this kind of situation is going to be someone who's going to keep you from dying if you make her fast enough to get that heal in. And remember, you're kind of already handicapped, not even just because you're using uncommons, but because their stats are way below what normal stats would be on a normal team. So yeah, you're going to have some trouble with it. So just be careful with that kind of stuff. Make sure you're putting some defense on them. We're definitely going to be doing a rebuild on Commander. She is more than likely going to be going full HP in defense, and we're just going to essentially not care about her attack outside of maybe War Master. We'll see if that's something we're going to do just to get the extra damage out in Clan Boss. Right now, we kind of want her just to be good in this kind of content in PvE because that's the stuff you need to beat. We need to beat this stuff first. Clan boss is going to be there forever, and it's not really going to go ahead. It's not going to super speed up your account in the beginning. That's more of a later thing where it starts getting better. So you might as well just kind of work on getting through dungeons and getting the best gear that you can possibly get so that you can build up your clan boss team. Yeah, because there's a lot of gear you're gonna need. Tons and tons of gear, but pretty much lifesteal. So the fact that you can beat Dragon is obviously the best version here. We don't really have anyone that can remove the debuff, so basically we're just taking Hungerer's Shield as kind of like, oh, we're just gonna hold up on the poison and hope that it just doesn't kill our shield. And then you've got Commander who can come in and just heal anyone who gets a little bit low. Eventually, we'll probably end up pulling out Saurus because we don't really need him for these fights, and maybe bringing in someone like Outlaw Monk or a defensive hero that can do a little more damage in here. Because Saurus sucks for bosses, so there's that. It's funny that Commander is actually better than Saurus in boss fights, and she doesn't even. She has one attack that just hits and just goes doink. That's it. She's got a little doink, just like Hungerer here. Essentially, Hungerer and Commander are pretty good support heroes to build together because you got shields and then that'll keep people from dying right off the cuff and maybe absorb a little bit of damage. The only thing that would be missing here would be a defense up, and honestly you have yourself a great team, so we would probably remove him and bring in a defense up hero. That way you have everybody not dying. You got a shield coming around and you've got a heal. So you have to basically, in order to beat these things, we're going to have to use like 3 support heroes rather than 2 support heroes or 1 support hero because we can't die. That's the problem. But we did get a 6-star defense avenging boot. And we also got a 5-star flat HP. We're going to get rid of that one. We definitely don't want that. This one I'm probably going to end up getting rid of, but we'll keep it for now because it has speed and defense. So, hey, you never know, right? All right, so she did 61,000, so she's beating out Hungerer, which is nice. Obviously not going to be anywhere near Archer or Sniper, and Saurus is actually, look at this, 107,000 versus her 61. So yeah, you're going to see that she's still going to put up good numbers versus Saurus in boss fights, because like I said, Saurus sucks against boss fights. He is a campaign farmer at best. Yeah, other than that, like I said, you can use her wherever you want. I mean, there's nowhere I'm going to say she's not going to be useful. We'll bring these guys in. Now, we don't have a speed down here, unfortunately, but you know what? Who cares? Actually, no, we're gonna, you know what? We don't want him. He sucks. We're gonna bring him in. You can use, especially in the beginning. We have actually haven't even really been doing the Iron Twins because we don't need it. There's no blessings to be had. So we'll end up just fighting it just to beat it. But having a poisoner in here is probably a little bit better than having Saurus because at least that way we get the damage over time going on. Even though he's going to clear it before it even matters. But yeah, you can use uncommons in Iron Twins. Obviously, this is the early stages, so it's not the best choice, but yeah, eventually they'll be strong enough where they could possibly do it. We might even consider bringing in, look at that, two of these guys to just poison the crap out of them. It's funny because poisons are a lot less effective in the early stages because most times he's going to remove them because the damage output of your team is going to be way higher than what than a normal fight. Later on, poisons become very good because you'll have 2 or 3 rounds maybe where he doesn't remove them. See, shields, heals, all that stuff. She's going to come in and heal up anybody who's a little bit low or just smack her. Look at that. 14K out of her. She probably topped it. Yeah, 42. She did more damage than Outlaw Monk at that point. Look at that. And more than Hungerer, obviously. And then these two did 70. So yeah, she's not terrible. Let's put it that way. She's a reasonable hero support if you need somebody to get through and you want some extra turn meter boost. Always a good thing. So yeah, if you're playing an uncommon run, I would highly recommend building Commander early on, just because you don't have a lot of healing options. There's only a few out there, and we'll be building all of them because we're going to need every support hero possible, and we are going to have to really push forward on bolster sets because or shield sets, because those things are going to make this run much easier. So yeah, you could put her in a bolster set. You could put that would give her the HP regen every single turn to keep herself alive, which would actually work really well. And then you also have the healing from her, where she can heal everyone and boost their turn meter. So yeah, I don't hate Commander. I thought I was gonna hate her, and it's funny because a long time ago on the other account that we're doing, actually she came up and I was like, you know what? Her kit doesn't sound bad. I'm like, she boosts turn meter to like what, 100%, right? Is that what it was, right? It's 100%. This champion, here we go, fills the target's turn meter if the ally is fully healed. So yeah, I mean, completely fills it. So she can literally turn somebody from no turn meter to full turn meter. That's like an insane skill for an uncommon. So yeah, don't overlook certain heroes. You never know. She could be useful in even the best accounts, and you might find that she comes across as being an amazing hero that helps you beat things. All right. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, things you want to talk about, things you want to discuss, feel free to leave a comment below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. You help the channel grow. And we do a live stream every single week. And if you want, you can become a member for $1.99 a month, basically just giving you access to all my videos as soon as I post them. And you get emojis and you get a free video every single week with no commercials. That is just for members. But yeah, awesome hero. This is Commander, the girl who looks like she has nipples on her chest, above her chest. I don't know what the hell these are. This is Mobile Gamer Nerd, and you guys take care.